cycling and your pelvic floor. Handlebars that are lower than the saddle or too far from the saddle encourage an increased anterior pelvic tilt, which increases the peak pressure on the perineum. Rounded posture will rotate the pelvis posteriorly, putting... Hi, it's been a few days. I wanted to chat real quick on a question I get often, and I was talking about this with somebody in the DMs yesterday about should you actively be contracting your pelvic floor in certain movements. And if I share like a workout that I'm doing in the gym, I get that often, like, well, are you lifting your pelvic floor here? And I always say, like, it depends. Who are you? Where are you at in your journey? When I first started my journey, I was actively lifting my pelvic floor with stuff that I was doing. I was creating very conscious, purposeful mind-body reconnections, repatterning my brain to make these things automatic. Most things I do not have to think about it anymore because I know when I'm breathing that it's happening. This is happening. When I hit super heavy loads like deadlifts, I am 100% thinking about my pelvic floor and actively initiating a contraction before I do a heavy lift. And the whole point of that is to like repattern yourself so that it becomes unconscious and that you can just reintegrate it into your daily life without having to think about it. Now, should you be sitting at your computer working and breathing and lifting your pelvic floor? Absolutely not. No way. No how. Just like when you're running. No way. Sitting should be relaxed breathing. You shouldn't be doing anything except relaxing your belly and breathing into your diaphragm. When you're doing other workouts, it depends on where you're starting from. If you can't feel your pelvic floor at all, yeah, you need to contract your pelvic floor and lift it, and you need to like remind your body like this is what's happening. Because if you're suffering from a pelvic floor dysfunction, you've probably lost that connection in the first place. Or if you have poor pressure control because your abs are stronger than your pelvic floor, you need to consciously initiate a pelvic floor contraction while you're doing an activity. If you've listened to me talk enough, you know my answer is always, it depends, which can seem really annoying, but it is what it is. Like, it depends on every single person and their different experience and where they're starting from and like what's going on. And that's the reason we're in this like women's health like issue in the first place, is because Kegels were given as a generalized prescription when like that probably wasn't the problem or that wasn't the place to start. And people with prolapse were told to stop lifting when that's not the answer either. And when people ask me if they have prolapse, should they be lifting? I'm like, well, I don't know. It depends. Like, I have prolapse and I will deadlift heavy stuff. But I didn't at first, and I didn't when my symptoms were bad, and I didn't until I knew that I was creating the right contraction pattern for my pelvic floor. So it depends. When you see generalized statements out there, remember there's so much nuance that goes into it. Also, thanks for your feedback on whether you prefer spoken or audio cues. I'm going to do both, but I, LOL, asked that question as if I hadn't already filmed the rest of those videos already. Still haven't edited them. But anywho, I'm going to do both. I get it. Some people can't have audio on. Other people like the cues. I will say, like, there's a lot more into those cues than just inhale and exhale. As far as form and alignment, that like there's no way I'm going to be able to type all of those up to a video. So do tune in if you need a little bit more information. They are pretty specific, which I think makes a huge difference in what you get out of that exercise. But I will continue to do both.